and he's playing. What are you playing?
Draco-Pal / Pepe.
Okay, and what place did you make at the Houston Regional?
Well, the last regional I made a 49th at the regional, so I guess I'm right. I'm getting there.
Yeah, the dream's really close.
It's really close, guys. We're close, boys. We're close.
Pretty close. Okay, and this is a deck profile right here. So let's get into it.
For starters, 3 sorcerer. This is your main search engine in the deck, or I wouldn't say it's the main search engine in the deck, but it plays a really big part of it. Provides rank 4 play, search for all your perform pal cards.
It's broken.
Yeah, it's really good. It doesn't deserve a hit. Definitely, it's like Pepe have already gotten a hit, so it's like I really feel like it's not rhetorical. I feel like it's redundant to hit this deck right now because it doesn't do too much. Even though it did win YCS Prague, the guy did cheat. Joker, because it searches out, it's basically your Stratos deck, it searches out every single performer card.
Rip.
Monkey board, it's your instant scale. You can do this to search your Lizard Dog, Gates Turtle, what have you. It's your searchable scale. It provides like an immediate scale for you, so you can just like overextend, or not overextend, make a giant board game 1 or turn 1. 2 second knocking. A lot of people want to push this up to 3 right now. I feel like 2 is fine because it can break really hard.
It gets really cloggy too.
It gets really cloggy, and plus, like it's almost like your sorcerer, but it just searches out for 1 card, and it's like it adds it to your hand.
And you need skills up too, which you know.
Play Part Naga. A lot of people opt out not to play this card, but I feel like having a searchable low skill is like one of the most important things right now. Even though this deck has this, like it struggles because of the fact that it needs high skills. Part Naga can come in handy if you can make it ins play. And plus, I'd run this over the second Guitar Turtle. My friend recording it wants me to run this at 2. That's also a good idea. But
you need high skills sometimes because
a lot of us need, with Pepe players right now, we need high skills. This provides a good out to Vanity Speed if we have enough monsters on the board. And also, it's just a good high skill. The Turn Toad, this is your out to Domain and Monarchs. You can just basically turn their Vanities or Erebus to mush, and then like you just OTK them after you get rid of them. 2 Lizard Draw, because this is your draw. 2 Lizard Draw and 1 Guitar Turtle. This is your draw engine of the deck. This engine, including the monkey board, provides so much plus to the deck, and like I feel like it's really necessary to turn this. Or like it is, I don't even feel like it's necessary. It is necessary.
Play with that.
Hand traps. Only until I play your Maxis. I do side 2 Veilers. 2 Veilers come into this when I play against Monarchs, but I play Maxi because you'll see more Cosmo and Pepe, and plus like this isn't too bad. On Monarch player, my locals dropped a 1-for-1, and I just dropped the Maxi and I just drew 2 off of it, and he just like he was forced to do it. He didn't really have a choice. Yeah, this card's great. I want to bump it up to 3. My deck space is a little bit tight. 3 Mastered. I do play the Rabbit engine in here, so like I have to play a lot of normal monsters, and plus like I'm playing more targets for Draco face off. This is actually really good because it can become a really beefy monster at 1950. 2 Vector. 2 Vector because like you need obviously you need low skills for your Draco face off, and you know it's just good against like a Pendulum Mirror match because then it gets their skills. 1 Luster.
Great card.
Obviously, you need to run the Luster to go into your Ignister plays. You wouldn't run like fucking only the Mascamillion. Obviously the Rabbit for the
amazing tech
for the normals. Yeah, the Rabbit, like I opted out not to play it for a while, but like this card is just way too broken. This card generates so much plus, and it's an instant out to anti-spell. It's an instant out to a lot of cards. Double Armageddon Knight. I opted to play Dark Pippin because with this engine, it's just it provides a free rank 4, and it gets rid of Domain, and it gets rid of anti-spell. It gets rid of cards like that. The only thing that sucks is drawing into this card. Like when you draw into this card, it's just the worst thing in the world. Mascamillion and the Gigabyte for the Imps place. A lot of players don't play this. I think this is really necessary because it lets you overextend and make another rank 4 play, and obviously it needs to run the Mascamillion because it helps you make Ignister.
Gigabyte OP.
Yeah, spells. The reason this card I don't know why they didn't hit because this decides the Pendulum matchup is way over nice. I side this out, or I try to side it out every Pendulum match I play. Camera died, guys.
Okay, so we're on Wavering Eyes and all that?
Wavering Eyes basically decides the Pendulum matchup. I try to side it out as much as possible because it's an unfair card. You resolve this, and you resolve this for 4, you win. Like if you manage to beat, like if you manage to come back from a Wavering for 4, then you're a god at this game, and I'd very much like to have your autograph. 2 Instant Fusion. Broken Mixer Norden.
Norden.
It's free as fuck.
A free rank 4.
Speaking of free, Draco Face Off.
Oh.
This card's like an instant +2 or an instant +1. One of my friends tells me to always put your luster on odds, and so far it's been working great for me. But yeah, this card contributes to so many plays. The format's a little broken right now with you know everyone running 4 fucking solemns, and so like I feel like Twin Twisters is needed, especially because like people run anti spells and stuff. And, like this will always be main deck for me unless I'm playing against like a pendulum matchup or if they don't start it out. And then for the traps, because I play Reflegia, I play the Treacherous, and then the Bottomless.
Yeah.
These are both pretty good. I side this out like against the Cosmo matchup. I think I might side out this one against the Cosmo matchup too because they can just chain out. There's better cards. I side these out definitely for like system.
Time Space would probably be Time Space Trap Hole.
Time Space is okay, but you lose so many life points as it is. Extra deck. Extra deck. 2 Ignister. This card's like one
Broke
of
as fuck.
Broke as fuck.
Broken as fuck.
Like this deck gets rid of your Dark Destroyer. Like it just ruins your opponent's mental scales.
It doesn't target either.
It doesn't target either. Yeah, that's why it's so good against Cosmo. Let me see. Double Norden. I'm trying to cut one down right now because in the grind game, the game should by the time by the time that you need a second Norden. By the time that you need a second Norden. Oh, by the way, hey Taylor, come here. Shout out to my coach Taylor Wynn. This is my coach. This is my coach. He coached me to 49th for this regional.
I'm asking with the name.
Yeah, I run 2 Norden. I've been meaning to cut this down to 1. Because like having it at 2, it's like in the grind game, you usually never go into the grind game regardless. It's like this game sets up turn 1 and then it goes to case game 2 or turn 2.
What would you place the other Norden with?
Probably I'll get to that in a little bit. Magister, obviously because you run pendulums and like this helps you making Mister and Danister if you have the combo up. Reflegia, if you turn 1 setup Reflegia against like against a lot of decks, like if you can just bottomless their whole pendulum summon or you can treacherous whenever they bring out.
Card's too good.
Yeah, card's pretty good. Dinosaur, it's a really good card to like recycle stuff from your graveyard, and it makes like your Ignister plays really good too. And also the Ignister, these 2 contribute to a card that a lot of people are like, what, it's still spicy tech I have in mind. Felgran.
Oh, that spicy tech.
Spicy tech.
Spicy.
A lot of people don't see this coming. It's like when you set up Dinosaur and Ignister, you don't do that. That doesn't do anything on their turn. Like this deck literally just loses to Regeki. And so like, if you manage to make these 2, or like later on in the game, and then like it goes into the grind game, you make one of these, and it's like really hard to come back from because if they top deck the Regeki or they manage to have an out tilt like these 2, then like this solves the problem for you. Yeah, it's really good. Search engine of the deck, imps. You know, it searches for like nearly half of the deck. Castel, look at it's in French. Castel et Mousquetaire, chasse les chiots.
Yeah, look at that. Pretty. Pretty as fuck.
Dweller, BA, Mermails have
A lot of stuff.
Trapeze, I'm meaning to cut this right now because it's not too important at this point. Yeah, I mean, you do play a really high spellcaster count, but the thing is, I never really go into this. Like, there's usually a lot of cards that I like to run other than this card. Diamondara, get rid of Floodgates, get rid of, get simple spot removal. On Arc, I think I might cut this too, but like in this format, it's actually not that bad because it stops the destruction.
It's okay, and it can save itself from like other stuff or
it can
destruction.
Save itself from Regeki, it can save itself from Dark Destroyer, like stuff like that. Key Beetle. A lot of people don't like this card. I like Key Beetle because it helps you protect your floodgates when you open them up. If you manage to make Key Beetle and then like Master Restrict or like Key Beetle protect Imps, Emperor Ironwall, it can be really hard for your Cosmo matchup. And then like sorry for the 16 cards. This is the card I'm meaning to cut for Norden. But, like I've been running this card in Norden. I was playing with 16 extra deck for testing.
Difficulty just recording this on my dad's flip phone.
Yeah. Evil Sword Nightmare. This card I find it to be better in the Pendulum matchup because if you just make this, they can't advance their game state whatsoever. Like they Pendulum for 5 and just turn everything to face down, and the next turn you just keep attacking over everything. I really like it.
And the side deck?
Side deck. 2 Denko for trap heavy decks. Like if Talonets are still played, or if I run into a BA.
Especially with Beatrice coming out soon.
Yeah, Beatrice is coming out soon. Denko might see a little bit more play. I mean, this is my favorite card.
It's pretty as fuck.
2 Veiler for the matchup, for the mirror match and Monarchs. Yeah, I always side this for like against Cosmo. It's like against Cosmo. Cosmo can be faster than us, and so like this is like people told me to main both of them, but like just the deck already has enough consistency issues as it is. Even though everything can be searched out, it's like you have to go into those combos, and so like this should be like this should remain a side card. My control. In the mirror match, you just take their Ignister, then you just special your own luster, or you special something else, and then you just pop their shit. It's really, really broken. Or like being able to take their imps. Regeki, if you're going second against the mirror match, because like I said, like Pepe literally just loses to Regeki. Like as soon as you Regeki, they just start losing from there. Like you can get they get OTK from there. I'm missing a few side deck cards right now, so I think I'm missing 2 Game Steal. 2 system downs because this is your out to Cosmos. With this card, it's almost like Ardenko against Cosmo. You activate this, and then you have to make an unbreakable board, and then you have to or OTK them from there.
Why not Chimera Tech?
Chimera Tech. Okay, so Chimera Tech is great and all that, but but the fact is that like when you special summon your Cyber Dragon and then you Chimera Tech them, it makes their Call of the Haunted much more live. Like they could just Call the Haunted and pop your Chimera Tech, and then you basically just neg 1. You couldn't do anything.
Okay.
2 Iron Walls for the Key Beetle lock. You Key Beetle Iron Wall. It makes a really great play. And then for Monarchs, 3 Masker Restricts. This card is like really, really insane against them. They just open it up, and then if they don't draw into any twisters, then they just lose from there. And even like I will always try to open this up in Key Beetle, and like they just can't win from there. And that's about it.
Alright. Well, that's Justin's deck profile. Thank you for being with us. And is there anything else you want to say?
Yeah, shout out to my friend Taylor for letting me have this deck, or selling this deck to me for really, really cheap. And then shout out to my friend Amara right here. Shout out to my friend Amara right here. And then shout out to my wife over here.
No.
Shout out to my wife. And then shout out to Conor McGregor over here.
What?
And then shout out to Token Black guy on the right side over here.
Playing League of Legends.
And then shout out to the guy over next to him, the Bronze 4. The Bronze 4 blames his teammates. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you around.